Hi, I'm Lee, and I'm happy with my smile.
And I'm Other Lee, and I ain't happy with my smile.
I went to White, Greer, and Maggard, and they fixed my smile for me.
And I never smile, and that's why I'm having some alone time here at dinner.
I love that I can go to White, Greer, and Maggard with all my questions.
And I love that I don't have to brush my teeth at night.
Don't be like this, me. Go to White, Greer, and Maggard for a picture-perfect smile.
At Raising Cane's, we believe in one love. But creating one love is no simple task. Everything has to be served hot and fresh, not just hot. We use only 100% premium chicken tenderloins for a 0% chance of leftovers. We insist on the best ingredients for our fries, like potatoes. And, well, we can keep talking quality, or you can just eat it. Raising Cane's, one love.
Visit us today at one of our 6 Lexington area locations.
At Raising Cane's.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
To call ourselves your friendly neighborhood financial experts, because we get to help an entire community of customers achieve their financial dreams. So whether you're opening a checking account or buying your first home, you've got a team of local experts to coach you all the way.
Wow.
See what 70 years of experience can do for your financial future with Central Bank.
How many times are you going to drive off with those things?
Official bank of UK Athletics. At Central Bank, we like to call ourselves your friendly neighborhood financial experts.
I'm not happy with my teeth. They're not straight enough.
Let me fix them for you.
No. You are not White, Greer, and Maggard.
I'm sort of like White, Greer, and Maggard. I'm local, love smiles, love to fix things.
No.
Sorta you isn't you. White, Greer, and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
1,876 small businesses in Kentucky were financed by Whitaker Bank last year.
Whitaker Bank helped 2,415 Kentucky families make a house a home last year by financing their mortgage.
Over $3 million loaned to Kentucky families and small businesses to help them achieve their dream.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
Well, good evening. Welcome to the 43rd District Girls Championship game here tonight at the Lafayette High School Jackson Carlisle Gymnasium. Gary Ball with Caroline Osborne, the outstanding player from Lexington Catholic, joined us. And Caroline, thank you for sitting in tonight. Lafayette and Dunbar, they've played a couple of times this year. You and I were looking up the stats for those games. 61-43 Lafayette, then 69-55. So Dunbar hung in there that second time. What do you expect here tonight, Caroline?
I think at the beginning of the game it'll stay close, but I think eventually Lafayette's going to start to pull away.
Just too much Kiara Pankins for Lafayette, one of the best players in the region. But, you know, Dunbar counters with Autumn Hereford. She was outstanding the other day in their district win. And then also Shayla Cecil, the sophomore, averaging nearly 20 points. So they've got some firepower, but I think they're going to need one of their better games tonight.
I believe so as well.
So Lafayette comes in 23-7, coached by Allison Denton. Nick Runyon, his first year coaching the Paul Arndt Dunbar Lady Bulldogs. As we said, it's the 43rd District Championship, and Caroline, both teams have punched their ticket to the 11th region. So really not a lot of pressure other than if you win this district, you're going to play a district runner-up. If you would lose this district, you're going to play a winner from another district. So it's kind of pick your poison at that point. But you do know you're going to have further play after tonight regardless.
Mm-hmm.
How does that relax a team, knowing that?
Well, for us, it's always just relieve the pressure, and we can just go out and play our game.
we'll be looking forward to the WL stats tonight as well. Lafayette, as we said, they're led by Kiara Pankins, a junior. She's been playing since 8th grade here at Lafayette. She averages 21 points and 9 rebounds. And also they got Caroline Bennett. She averages nearly 10 points and 6 rebounds. So that's their two big guns if you think about it. And also the Bills and the freshman is really coming on here of late for Allison Denton. We talked about Nick Runyon and Dunbar's Autumn Hereford. She stepped up big in their opening win in this district tournament. And then, of course, you talk about Shayla Cecil. What a great job she does. I think they're going to need a lot out of Cotton tonight and Peyton Humphreys as well. I think Peyton Humphreys has to play big tonight for Dunbar as well. We'll step out. We'll hear from some of our sponsors. By the way, thanks to all these folks sponsoring 43rd District Basketball, White, Greer, and Maggard, Raising Cane's Chicken, One Love, Whitaker Bank. You'll hear the Whitaker Bank shot tonight. UK Sports Medicine, we're going to talk to them at halftime. Central Bank, Bob Roberts Insurance, the Scholastic Ball Report TV show, and Sutherland Chevrolet. That's right, Sutherland Chevrolet over in Nicholasville. Don't text and drive. That's right, high school kids. Between Paul Lawrence, Dunbar, and Lexington Lafayette here at Lafayette High School. Caroline Osborne with us from Lexington Catholic. William Warfield producing. We'll be back here on PrepSpin.com with more action.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Welcome back with Caroline Osborne, Gary Ball. We're just about 3 minutes away from the starting lineups here tonight, the 43rd. Pretty good crowd in here, Caroline. You know, it's Dunbar and Lafayette, you know, close in proximity. You know, you just go about a mile down the road here to Man of War, turn right there you are at Paul Dunbar. Not as close as Lexington Catholic. You could literally walk to Lafayette from Lexington Catholic. So who do you consider the biggest rivalry in this city as a Lexington Catholic player? Who do you think is the biggest rivalry?
Well, most of the district, honestly, but for me playing all these 4 years, it's been Lafayette.
Yeah.
We've always wanted to come out and beat them.
I would agree with you from what I can tell. So it's Lafayette and Paul Lawrence Dunbar. They'll do battle here. The boys game coming up. Lafayette and the boys game tonight, Lafayette Dunbar boys. So looking forward to that. It is a big doubleheader here tonight. Lafayette comes in with one of the best players in the region in Kiara Pankins. She's much less 1,000-point scorer. She's probably going to be over 2,000 before she finishes here at Lafayette. She averages 21 points a game this year. So you know if they've played 20, almost 30 games. So she scored over 600 points this year, probably, or close to it as a junior. We know as a sophomore she averaged some good numbers. But last year, of course, they had Dee Givens, who's playing at Western Kentucky University. They had Ashanti Thomas here at Lafayette. What was it like outstanding players, Dee Givens and Ashanti Thomas, who was about 6'4"?
It was really good competition. We always had to know where they were and always had to block out Ashanti. They're very tough competitors.
Caroline, over your careers, your career at Catholic, Dunbar's had some talent too. Did you play much your freshman year? Was it your freshman year when they had that really good team that went all the way to the state Final Four, I think it was?
Yes, I think it was.
Yeah, they were outstanding that year. We're just about set for the starting lineups here tonight at Jackson Carlisle Gymnasium. Gary Ball with Caroline Osborne, the outstanding senior from Lexington Catholic. The Lady Knights join us on the broadcast site. William Warfield producing here tonight. We're just about set for the starting lineups, and they'll be announced here by the public address announcer, who is Justin Denton. So he will be announcing the starting lineups here tonight at Jackson Carlisle Gymnasium. Looking forward to this big game here tonight between Lafayette and Paul Dunbar. Lafayette 23-7 What a great job Allison Denton's done with this Lafayette girls basketball program. After losing 2 Division I players last year, they are still outstanding. We're going to have the national anthem here. It's going to be sung by Clark Davis, a Scapa graduate, and, of course, Miss Kentucky. She will be singing the national anthem here tonight, Jackson Carlisle Gymnasium. And we're just about set for the starting lineups and basketball here tonight between Lexington Lafayette and Paul Dunbar.
And reigning Miss Kentucky, Clark Davis.
What so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Kentucky, Clark Davis.
Clark Davis, Miss Kentucky, doing the national anthem here tonight. Doing a great job. We're just about set now for the starting lineups. And we'll give the lineups as soon as the public address announcer confirms. We've got them on our stat monitor here, Caroline, so we are pretty much on target here.
5'11" junior, number 2,
Autumn Hereford will start, a 5'11 junior. Outstanding ball player. She's really got a lot of offensive skills and good rebounder. And it looks like they're going to start tonight with Fullwood. So Fullwood, Cheyenne Fullwood getting to start the freshman.
Starting at guard, a 5'5" sophomore, number 23,
Shay Cecil, the 5'5 sophomore, averaging nearly 20 points a game.
5'7" sophomore, number 24,
Anaya Cotton, the 5'8 sophomore, and Peyton Humphreys. Those are your starters for Dunbar. Tonight, Lafayette will be in the home white with the red and the blue trim. Let's take a look at their starting lineups here tonight.
Starting at guard, a 5'10" freshman, number 4, Lindy
Delbilzan, a freshman, will get the start. So Caroline Bennett will start, a sophomore. So Bennett, Delbilzan, Pankins, the 5'11 junior, one of the leading scorers in the state. Terry Abram, a sophomore, will get the start. And Aisha Conwell, the 5'11 senior. Those are your starters. So for Lafayette, it'll be DeBilzan, Bennett, Pankins, Abram, and Conwell. And for Dunbar, it'll be Hereford, Cheyenne Fullwood getting a surprise start tonight. Peyton Humphreys, Cecil, and Cotton. It'll be Kiara Pankins jumping up. Lafayette's ready to go here. They knocked off LCA 53-20. And Caroline, that tells you a lot when you hold a team in the tournament to 20 points, that your defense must be rolling pretty good, for talking about Lafayette, of course. Looking at Dunbar, and jumping up for them will be Autumn Hereford. And Pankins, the ball was kind of mistimed, but coming out there with it is Lafayette in the hands of Abram. Abram kicks it over to Bennett. Back to Abram. Trying to set up in the corners to Bilzan to get it to a right side free throw line extended. Holds it high overhead, looking down. She comes back out top to Abram. Abram hands it now over in the right side to give it up. Here's a shot and knocked down out of the corner by DeBilzan. I tell you what, a three-pointer by DeBilzan, and Caroline, that's a good start there for Lafayette from the perimeter.
I think it is too. I think they're going to be looking for Pankins in the post a lot too, and kick out threes.
With the basketball is Dunbar. That's Cotton. They go in the corner there to Hereford. Now they swing it back, and here's a three-pointer knocked down nicely by Cecil. Shay Cecil. Good answer there on the 3 by DeBilzon, and it's now tied at 3-all. 7:05 to go here in the first quarter here on PrepSpin. Thanks for watching tonight. We appreciate all of our sponsors. 43rd District Basketball at Jackson Carlisle Gymnasium. Girls 43rd Championship. Lindy DeBilzon already hit the big 3. They go now to Abram. Abram to the basket, throws it up a little errant shot. Coming down to there with it is Cecil. She's wanting to run with it. Cecil down the middle, stops for 15. Off the iron, no. And it goes out of bounds. Trying to save it in there was Peyton Humphreys, but she couldn't track it down. Some early numbers here, Caroline. Dunbar 1 for 1 from the field. Of course, they knocked down the 3, but they just missed the errant shot there. So they're 1 for 2 on that 15-footer. 1 for 2 for Lafayette here early on as well. Full court pressure by Dunbar, and that's Bennett. Working over the left side. Conwell, her shot's in and out, and rebounded by Fullwood. She kicks it out now to Cecil. Cecil wanted to pick up the pace a little bit, but Lafayette's defense, good pass down low, and the shot won't roll in there for Humphreys, and picked up there by Pankins. What makes Kiara Pankins such a good player, Caroline? To the basket, partially blocked.
She's a very strong driver.
Shot knocked down by Bennett. Conwell gets the assist. It's 5-3. I think you're right. That's one of her strengths is driving to the basket. 5-3. Over to Fullwood. She got it from Cecil. Out top, they swing it now to Autumn Hereford. Ball knocked away, picked up by Cecil. 5:45 here in the first period. 5-3. Lafayette on top of Dunbar here. Gary Ball with Caroline Osborne out of Lexington Catholic. William Moorfield, our producer. Right side, Humphreys. Thought about it. Pankins cuts her off. Now kicks it deep over Cecil, lines it up, and it's off the front of the iron. No, rebounded and tracked down by Hereford. Bounces to Peyton Humphreys. High archer right side, back of the rim. They hit the board, no good. And coming out of there with it, Lindy DeBilzon. DeBilzon, good pass, wide open, and laid up and in by Abram. What a pass there by DeBilzon in transition. Looked up court and found her, didn't she, Caroline? 7-3, 5:08 to go in the first period. Cotton. Bounce pass in, and Hereford lines up a 3. That's off the mark, and well, Dunbar struggling from the field right now. 1 for 5. Wide open to DeBilzon. Missed the layup, rebounded by Pankins. Pankins gives it back over to Lindy DeBilzon. Now they reset the offense. Abrams got it. Abram. Here's a shot, knocked down, a 3-pointer by Bennett, and man, it's all Lafayette. They lead 10-3. And on 4 for 8 shooting by Lafayette, 2 for 2 from 3-point. They've knocked down both threes, just 1 for 6 shooting for Dunbar. And we'll step out, come back, keep it right here, 10-3. Looking at some numbers here, Caroline. Rebounding, Dunbar with 3 rebounds and Lafayette with 6. And what they've been able to do is get those passes out on those rebounds, and we saw them get an easy lay-in on that one transition. They've been able to do that. Lafayette, of course, went to the state tournament last year out of this region, and everybody thought rebuilding year for Lafayette, and all they do is win 23 games. That's a pretty good rebuilding year.
I would say so too as well. I think it helped that they had Pankins stay and kind of lead the team.
Cotton's pass on the bounce was knocked out of bounds. 4:34 to go in the first period, and it's 10-3. The lead belongs to Lafayette. Total command. Cecil trying to dribble out of that double team. Loops it way out top now to Cotton. Cotton, she's double teamed. I tell you, Lafayette gets after you defensively. Bad pass, but picked up by Hereford to the basket. Puts it up and in, and she's fouled. They'll count the basket. That was huge there for Hereford. It was an errant pass, Caroline. She picked it up, drove to the basket, laid it in, drew the foul. That could have easily been a turnover there. Autumn Hereford with 2 points. Knocks it down. 3 for Hereford now, and it's 10-6. Caroline, that's exactly what you need. You're down 10-3. You need a big 3-point play, and Autumn Hereford delivered that, didn't she? Almost a travel there. Long pass. Goes in the middle. Pankins, and she missed a shot. And good rebound ripped out of there by Humphreys, I believe. Throws a bad pass, though, and picked off by DeBilzon. Hands it now to Abram, Terry Abram. 3:55 to go in the first quarter. Down low they go now to Pankins. Posting up, Pankins throws it up in traffic, and she was triple teamed that time and still tried to take it up in the traffic and drew the foul, though. So 3:49 to go, first quarter. It's Lexington Lafayette 10 and Dunbar 6. At the line will be Kiara Pankins. She'll shoot a couple of free throws for Lafayette, knocks down the first one. Pankins a 72% free throw shooter. That is Pankins' first point of the game from the charity stripe. Bennett has 5 to lead everybody. Kiara Pankins trying to knock down the second one, and she does. 2 points for Pankins and a lead back to 6 for Lafayette, 12-6 over Dunbar. Cotton gets it over to Hereford. They got to get it across the timeline. Hereford does back over to Cotton. Cotton penetrates right side, bounces over to Fullwood. About a 10-footer off the iron, no. Nice rebound. Nicely done there by, I believe, Wilson, who just came into the ball game. Ball thrown away, though. And Shelby Wilson, who checked in, got the rebound there. She's an 8th grader. Ball goes to Dunbar. Conwell's in there. I think we saw Wilson, but it's Conwell. Pass to Cotton. Cotton works baseline, cut off, triple team, and it's going to be stolen there by Lindy DeBilzan. DeBilzan comes out of there with it on the run. Angles right with 3:10 to go in the first period. Out top with it, Abram. Over to DeBilzan, goes baseline. Kicks it out now to Bennett. Bennett lines up a 14-footer, in and out. Rebound of Pankins, throws it up. And, well, that's something Kiara does very well. She gets the ball. She goes up high with it. And almost every time you do that, you're going to draw a foul.
I think that's one of her best qualities is she's able to go up strong with the ball. And that's what Dunbar, that's why they had to triple post her earlier.
12-6. Pankins already hit a couple free throws. Will shoot a couple of more. She knocks down the third one in a row, so she's knocking down her free throws. Looking at some numbers, 4 of 10 for Lafayette from the field. That is 40%. 2 of 10 for the Bull Lady Dogs, and that is 25%. 13-6, and Pankins makes it 14-6. Well, it's so important to knock down those free throws, isn't it, Caroline?
Very. It can help win games in the end.
Cotton has it knocked away by Bennett. Bennett has it. She hands it now to Abram. Abram now will put down the bounce. 2:45 here in the first. It's all Lafayette, 14-6. Abram. Bad pass picked off there. Coming out of there with it is Hereford. She kicks it over now to Cecil's three-pointer. In and out. They needed that. It wouldn't go. Rebounded by Pankins. Kiara with the left-hand dribble. Middle of the floor, crosses over to the basket, throws it up. And a piece of it there was Hereford. And we're going to get checking in for Dunbar. Will be Ella Simpson, the junior, and going out will be Fullwood, Cheyenne Fullwood. DeBilzan, kick it out, a travel there on Abram, but she's trying to work it off, so turn it over to Dunbar. You know, down here, Caroline, they got a good look by Shay Cecil. She just couldn't get that 3 to go. Had that gone, it would have cut it down to 5 points. So right now it's 14-6 Lafayette. Pass to Cotton. Cotton handing it off now to Simpson. Back it goes now to Cecil. Crossing over Cecil down the lane. Throws it up, won't go, but she draws the foul. I think they're going to say that was before the shot. So that will not be any free throw situation. Came before the shot. 2:06 here in the first quarter. Both teams have 2 team fouls. Deep in the corner, Cecil's 3. Bullseye. Nice shot there by Shay Cecil with 6 now. And it's 14-9. The Lafayette lead cut to 5 on the Cecil 3. Out top with it is Terry Abram. Works it over now to DeBilzan. Goes baseline, throws it up, won't go. Bilzan taps it right to Cotton. Cotton cut off, in trouble. Now gives it over to Hereford. Hereford wanting to pick the pace up. Autumn down the right side to the basket. Kicks it over to Cecil. Lines it up again. Bullseye again. Shay Cecil has hit 3 threes. She's got 9 points, and all of a sudden, Dunbar's right back in this, 14-12. And you got to give credit to Autumn Hereford. She's really looking for Cecil to knock down those threes. She's found her a couple of times in the last 2 possessions. She made them both.
I think they're going to look for each other a lot in this game.
14-12, 1:30 to go here in the first quarter. And high school basketball on PrepSpin brought to you by White, Greer, and Maggard. Also Raising Cane's, Whitaker Bank, UK Sports Medicine, Central Bank, Bob Roberts Insurance, the Scholastic Ball Report, tomorrow at noon on the CW. Madison Central, our team of the week tomorrow. Highlights from all the district tournament games. Also scholar athletes Blake Benson from Model, tennis and basketball star, and a 4.0 student. And also Grant Brockman, a Governor Scholar. And we got a feature on the Hazard Perry County Central Showdown in the Mountains from WYMT, and Jenny Williams from UK Sports Medicine. All that tomorrow at noon on the CW. Download, she got away with a walk there, but she laid it up and in. And Gar Carter lays it in. Makes it 16-12. Cotton looking in the corner, gives it up there to Simpson. Simpson back to Cotton. Lafayette, Carolina looks like they're at a 2-3. Turning around, missing the wide open shot. Picked up on the floor. They go down low, try to go to Simpson. They throw it right to Bennett, and Cecil, I think, is going to be whistled for a foul after she snuck in there and tried to get a steal with 49 seconds here in the first quarter. Conwell's in there. She's got the ball. DeBilson, Abram, and here's Bennett, and that won't go. Battle for it, and jump ball call. Possession arrow is going to give it to Dunbar. And Caroline, you know, the big lead there early on 14-6, and then you got Cecil knocking down back-to-back threes. Got Dunbar right back in this. Looks like Dunbar's kind of settled into their game a little bit here to me.
I think they're becoming more comfortable, and they're able to get back on defense and get stops so they can push the ball and score.
Gary Ball with Caroline Osborne. William Warfield producing. Thanks for tuning in to PrepSpin in high definition high school basketball. We'll have all the 11th region tournament games beginning Monday night at Eastern Kentucky University right here on PrepSpin, so check that out beginning Monday night. We'll have all the girls and all the boys action here on PrepSpin. 30 seconds here in the first, and Dunbar's cut into that lead with two big threes by Shea Cecil. She's hit 3 threes total, has hit 2 here in the last 3 minutes. Right side with it is Anaya Cotton. She's in trouble and stripped out of there and stolen by Abram. Abram leads it out on the right side, and that was almost a travel there by DeBilson. I think she did travel, no call. Ball knocked away, picked up. They put it up and won't go. Battle for it, and coming back in the hands of Bennett. Bennett out to Abram. Long three, front of the iron. No, and that's going to do it for the first period. As we enter the second quarter here on PrepSpin, it is Lexington Lafayette 16, Lexington Paul Dunbar 12 here at the girls' 43rd District Championship. And we'll return here on PrepSpin with second quarter action after this timeout.
At Raising Cane's, we believe in one love. But creating one love is no simple task. Everything has to be served hot and fresh, not just hot. We use only 100% premium chicken tenderloins for a 0% chance of leftovers. We insist on the best ingredients for our fries, like potatoes. And, well, we can keep talking quality, or you can just eat it. Raising Cane's, one love.
Visit us today at one of our 6 Lexington area locations.
Hi, I'm Lee, and I'm happy with my smile.
And I'm Other Lee, and I ain't happy with my smile.
I went to White, Greer, and Maggard, and they fixed my smile for me.
And I never smile, and that's why I'm having some alone time here at dinner.
I love that I can go to White, Greer, and Maggard with all my questions.
And I love that I don't have to brush my teeth at night.
Don't be like this, me. Go to White, Greer, and Maggard for a picture-perfect smile.
Back here at Lafayette High School, Gary Ball, Caroline Osborne from Lexington Catholic doing a great job on color. William Warfield producing, the king of stream. And we had the second quarter action. Wide open is Conwell, and the shot won't go there for Asia. And nice rebound by Cotton over Pankins. Cotton leads it out now to her teammate there, Cecil. Cecil had 9 points, Caroline, in that first quarter. Why was she able to get those 9 points?
I think off of Hereford driving to the basket and looking for her was one thing she does really well.
Yeah, the Hereford,
just like
she just did. Nice drive there by Autumn Hereford. 16-14. The junior averaging 12 has 5, and it's a 16-14 ball game here. Lafayette and Dunbar, 43rd District Girls Championship. Lob pass, Pankins got a hand on it, but stolen there by Fullwood. She leads it out to Cecil. A 3 here would give them the lead. Cecil stops, now crosses over the left side, and looks like a 2-3 zone by Lafayette. Hands it over to Hereford. She's already dribbled, can't dribble, and she double dribble, got away with it. To the basket, throws it up over Pankins, and good. We are tied, and that's 7 for Hereford now. 7 points, 3 rebounds, 9 points for Cecil, and we're tied at 16. Pankins in the middle. Throws it up in traffic, rolls out of there, rebounded by Cotton. Here comes Hereford. Hereford with the ball down the lane. Dumps it over to Cecil, wide open, looking for another three. Off the mark this time, but nice rebound by Peyton Humphreys. And Humphreys puts it up, and Peyton is fouled. She'll go to the line, Caroline, and she can give Dunbar, with these free throws, their first lead in the ball game here tonight.
I think these free throws would help Dunbar get a boost and maybe get some momentum towards their way.
We are tied at 16, and up there is Peyton Humphreys, the sophomore. Humphreys, first trip to the line, knocks it down. I'll tell you what, the Hereford and Shea Cecil have combined for 16 points, 16 of the 17. That was the first point, Caroline, other than Hereford or Cecil scored by Dunbar's team. Humphreys second, got him, 18-16. What a great, think about it, it was 14-6. So a 12-2 run here by Dunbar gets them as 18-16. Almost a steal. Peyton Humphreys knocks it away, but she won't be able to track it down. So 14-6 jump out by Lafayette, and now all of a sudden you got a big 12-2 run here by Dunbar. Games, did you notice that playing for Cali this year? Games tend to be games of runs, don't they, by both teams? Both teams get their run going. And dribbling it off her foot out of bounds is Wilson. So Wilson loses control of it, and here comes Dunbar. 6:22 to go in the first half. That's Cecil. She's got 9 points. Comes over to Cotton. Cotton pounds it down, back over. Bad, dangerous pass, almost picked off by DeBilson. Out to Hereford. She swings it back over to Shea Cecil. Cecil in the paint, 15-foot jumper, rolls in there. Nice soft touch. That's 11 now. That's her first regular basket. Everything prior to that, Caroline, had been three-pointers. She's got 11 points. Speaking of Shea Cecil, the sophomore. Bennett in trouble. Now kicks it back to Wilson. Shelby Wilson, an 8th grader. Hands it now to Terry Abram. 20-16. What a turnaround here by Dunbar. Pankins down low, scoop and score. First basket, she had 4 free throws, Caroline. It's her first field goal. She has 6 now, and it's 20-18 Dunbar. Nice up and under move there. Bounce over to Cotton. To Autumn Hereford. Over Fullwood, lines it up, about a 15-footer off the rim, no. Good battle by Cotton. Puts it up in traffic, no. Taps it up, no. In the hands it goes now. Fullwood throws it up, in and out. Rebounded by Lafayette. Cleared out there by Lindy DeBilson. And that's going to be a travel there. She threw it. What happened there, Caroline?
I think Lafayette was looking to push the ball and got too much of it in a hurry. I think they need to settle down and maybe get to the free throw line.
4:53 here in the first half, 20-18. Been a nice run by Dunbar after they trailed 14-6. They've outscored them 14-4. To the basket and won't go there for Cecil. And a nice rebound ripped off by Asia Conwell, the senior. Conwell spinning like a top. Now hands it to Terry Abram. Abram works it across for Lafayette. Abram down the lane with the left hand. Too strong, battling Pankins, and a whistle foul called. There were 3 Dunbar defenders around Kara Pankins. She not only won the battle, she got the rebound. She got fouled.
She's a very strong player, and it's hard to get her out of there.
Is it hard to fathom that your high school career is over, Caroline?
Very hard.
Coming to grips with that yet?
Mm-hmm.
I remember my last game in high school, and it's like, didn't sink in for a while.
It still hasn't. It still feels weird not having practice every day after school.
Conwell to the basket, wide open, banks it home. Nice move there by Conwell. That's her first basket. We are tied at 20. 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Gary Ball, Caroline Osborne from Lex Cap, and William Warfield, our producer here on PrepSpin. Nice move there. And then the shot knocked down by Peyton Humphreys. Boy, what a nice move by Peyton Humphreys. Faked the defender, Caroline, and was wide open and knocked down a nice jumper there.
think Dunbar.
Ball knocked away. Autumn Hereford's got the good hands by Humphreys, and here comes Hereford to the basket, strong off glass. Yes! That is 9 for here. Let's look at some numbers here, Caroline. 9 for 21 shooting for Dunbar, 3 for 7 from 3, 7 for 22 from the field for Lafayette. And in trouble. We're going to have a travel called on the Bills' end. Looking at some other numbers, a edge for Lafayette on the boards, though. Lady Generals 15-11 on the boards. And you look at turnovers, 7 turnovers already by Lafayette. Make it 8 there, Caroline.
I think Dunbar's really beginning to settle down and play their game and not feel so rushed.
Here's a steal by DeBilson. Good steal by the freshman. Long pass and working down Conwell. Put it up, no. Rebounded by Pankins. Left side, powers it up, no. And picked up by Dunbar. And we're going to have a jump ball called. And there to tie her up was Dunbar's Abram, but the possession arrow favoring Dunbar. 24-20. Caroline, what has Dunbar done to get this 4-point lead in your estimation?
I think they're really settled down and have attacked their zone. And Hereford has been able to drive against it.
Trying to go over to Cotton. It was too much on it. Throw it out of bounds, turn it over. Of course, join us later tonight for the Lafayette Dunbar Boys 43rd District, and Donnie Atkins will join me for the call of that one. Here's Pankins, 24-22, 45 in the first half. Pankins down the lane, strong move, and lays it up and in. Pankins just said, look, get out of my way because nobody's stopping me. She's got 8 points now, that easy lay-in. Nobody stopped her, Caroline. She's straight to the basket. Simpson trying to go down low to Peyton Humphreys, throws it away, turn it over, and Dunbar shooting 43%. Looking at some individual scoring. Cecil leads everybody with 11 for Dunbar, and there's going to be a pushing foul on Bennett. They said Bennett cleared off, and Bennett looks over at Coach Denton and says, what'd I do? Caroline Bennett, a sophomore. She is going to be a nice player at Lafayette, Caroline Osborne. She averages nearly 10 points and 6 rebounds and only a sophomore.
She's a very good shooter. We always had to know where she was behind the three-point line.
Cecil to Cotton. 2:05 in the first half, 24-22. Dunbar on top of Lafayette here in the 43rd District Girls Championship. Ball was tipped, so it can be picked back up by Hereford. Over to Cecil. Back out to Cotton. Cotton stops at 15. Blocked from behind by DeBilson, but Cotton gets it back, and as she hits the floor, they're going to call travel. Did you agree with that call there, Caroline?
I would say so.
Do you play any other sports at Catholic?
No, I just play basketball.
No softball, anything like that?
Mm-mm.
Who on your basketball team plays softball?
I don't think. Actually, Katie Nash does. She's a freshman.
Gotcha. And banking it home to the basket is DeBilson, and we are tied at 24. 24 all, minute 32 in the first half, and Dunbar needing a good, clean possession here. They almost throw it away as I say that. Fullwood's got it down low. She has it knocked away. Picked up, though, by Hereford. She's going to drive. Kick it over to Cecil. It's wide open. Lines it up. Oh, it's off the mark. Tapped around and knocked out there. Officials are going to confer and are going to give it to Dunbar. That's a good call right there. I thought Lafayette knocked that one out. .117 in the first half. Tied at 24. Right side Hereford shot won't go. Picked up, though, by Fullwood. She can't get it to go, and then cleared out of there by Conwell. Long pass goes on the right side to Bilson. She traveled with it. Coach Denton yelling at her ball club. That is 10 turnovers already, Caroline, by Lafayette. Hereford to the basket. Hands it to Peyton Humphreys, 15-footer back of the rim. No, Autumn Hereford there battling. Tips it out. She's going to have to track it down, but she stepped on the sideline trying to save it inbound to her teammate. So we are tied at 24. 43rd District Championship, Lafayette Dunbar girls with 50 seconds to go here in this first half of action. Lafayette's Terry Abram brings it across. Looks like Lafayette's going to be definitely settle for the last shot here in the half with just 34 seconds. And a tie score, 24 all. Pankins posting up low block. down to 26 seconds. Looks like Cheyenne Fullwood has the assignment on Pankins. She's fronting her right now with her arms up. Down to 16 seconds. When it gets down to round 10, they'll start getting into their offense. Down to 12. Now they start getting into their offense right at 10. Angling left side to the basket. Abram lost a handle on it on the floor diving, but the possession arrow will give it back to Lafayette with 4.7, so they'll get a last shot here probably toward the basket, tied at 24 all. Been a good first half.
It has been very close once Dunbar settled down and came back with
the Bills and over to Abram, and the three-pointer's off the mark. And let's see what the officials said. They're going to give it back with 1 second. They're going to give it back to Lafayette. 1 second on the clock here in the first half. 43rd District Championship. Jackson Carlisle, and they get the shot off. It wouldn't have counted. So we are tied 24 all here as we head to the locker rooms. Lafayette and Paul Dunbar 24-24. We'll return here with more on PrepSpin. 24-24 Dunbar Lafayette.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. Every day, no matter where we serve, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
At Central Bank, we like to call ourselves your friendly neighborhood financial experts because we get to help an entire community of customers achieve their financial dreams. So whether you're opening a checking account or buying your first home, you've got a team of local experts to coach you all the way.
Wow.
See what 70 years of experience can do for your financial future with Central Bank.
How many times are you going to drive off with those things?
Official bank of UK Athletics.
At Raising Cane's, we believe in one love. But creating one love is no simple task. Everything has to be served hot and fresh, not just hot. We use only 100% premium chicken tenderloins for a 0% chance of leftovers. We insist on the best ingredients for our fries, like potatoes. And, well, we can keep talking quality, or you can just eat it. Raising Cane's, one love.
Visit us today at one of our 6 Lexington area locations.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
1,876 small businesses in Kentucky were financed by Whitaker Bank last year.
Whitaker Bank helped 2,415 Kentucky families make a house a home last year by financing their mortgage.
Over $3 million loaned to Kentucky families and small businesses to help them achieve their dream.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
Hi, I'm Lee, and I'm happy with my smile. And I'm other Lee, and I ain't happy with my smile. I went to White, Greer, and Maggard, and they fixed my smile for me. And I never smile, and that's why I'm having some alone time here at dinner. I love that I can go to White, Greer, and Maggard with all my questions. And I love that I don't have to brush my teeth at night. Don't be like this, me. Go to White, Greer, and Maggard for a picture-perfect smile.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you. And welcome back with Coach Scott True. He's going to join me for the second half. Thanks to Caroline Osborne. Great job in the first half. Right now at halftime, we're tied at 24-all. Coach, you've coached against Dunbar and Lafayette, and I'll tell you what, you got to tip your hat to Dunbar. They were down 14-6, and all of a sudden you look up, and they've got a lead in the game with 6 now. They had the nice lead there at the end, but then credit due to Lafayette for tying it up at 24 here at half.
Yeah, Dunbar could have folded up early, and they didn't. Cecil and Hereford got going for them, hit a couple threes, which is big for them. But, you know, it's a quality basketball game because both teams are doing what they want to do. They're offensively doing what they want to do, and then defensively, Dunbar's done a really good job of limiting Pankin's touches. And if they can continue to do that, then they're going to be in the ballgame.
And, you know, you look at the shooting, Coach, 9 of 27, that's just 33% for Lafayette. 9 of 26, a little bit better there for Dunbar, but not much better for the Dunbar Lady Dogs, 35%. Rebounding edge, +4 for Lafayette, 19-15. Of course, Pankins leads them with 6. But the lady I've been impressed with, you talked about it, Coach Drew, Cecil and Hereford have combined for 20 of the 24 Dunbar points. Those two really make it happen, don't they?
They really do. They just killed us the other night in the fourth quarter. You have to know where they are. They can both drive. They can both hit the three, and they both pass well. So you have to honor them from the three-point line on in and do a good job on them. And a couple times, you know, Lafayette's tried to trap out of their zone, and Dunbar gets out of it, and they reverse the ball and get Cecil a three or get it in transition. So you got to keep an eye on those two, and they're tough to guard. And on the other end, I think Lafayette a little bit. They hit a couple threes early, and then I think they relaxed a little bit. Maybe they thought, you know, Dunbar would go away, and then Dunbar came back and answered that run. So should be the same in the second half. And I think for Dunbar, if they can just keep the board work even, they don't have to win the board, just have to be close. And I think that's a benefit to them.
Turnovers, Lafayette had 10 turnovers in that first half, Dunbar 9. So, you know, 19 turnovers for two teams combined is a pretty good number. And I know that's something Allie Denton and Nick Runyon will talk to their teams about in the locker room.
But both of them will talk about turnovers. I'm a little surprised that Dunbar's three-quarter press is bothering Lafayette as much as it has. That's where most of Lafayette's turnovers is coming. Some of it's nerves. You had some turnovers. There's some walks and some bad passes early. They're kind of feeling each other out, you know, in a district championship game. But I look for that to settle down in the second half. But if one team can clean that up and the other doesn't, that could very easily be the difference in the ballgame.
Yeah, we said the rebounding edge was 19-15. We'll step out, come back for the second half here with Scott True, the coach of Lexington Catholic, Gary Ball, William Warfield producing. We'll return with second half action, 24-24 at halftime.
At Central Bank, we like to call ourselves your friendly neighborhood financial experts because we get to help an entire community of customers achieve their financial dreams. So whether you're opening a checking account or buying your first home, you've got a team of local experts to coach you all the way.
Wow.
See what 70 years of experience can do for your financial future with Central Bank.
How many times are you going to drive off with those things?
Official bank of UK Athletics.
At Raising Cane's, we believe in one love. But creating one love is no simple task. Everything has to be served hot and fresh, not just hot. We use only 100% premium chicken tenderloins for a 0% chance of leftovers. We insist on the best ingredients for our fries, like potatoes. And, well, we can keep talking quality, or you can just eat it. Raising Cane's, one love.
Visit us today at one of our 6 Lexington area locations.
Back with second half action and rebounded by Lafayette. Pushing it out of there is Abram. Abram to the basket and throws it up, and she's going to be fouled by Hereford. So Hereford's going to pick up the personal, and that'll be her second foul, Coach True. So Hereford picks up her second. That's just a good job there by Terry Abram to take it to the basket and kind of challenge Hereford.
She did a really good job there going to the rim, and I think this first couple minutes is big for Dunbar. They don't need to let Lafayette get a lead, like they did early in the first half, because they may not be able to get back in it if they do that.
25-24, Abram hits the free throw to give Lafayette the lead here with 7:40 to go in the third quarter, and she got them both. 4 points for Terry Abram, and it's 26-24. Lafayette with the lead by 2 and working across is Cotton there for Dunbar. Looking at the zone defense applied now by Lafayette. Loops it deep in the corner to Hereford. Quick pass out to Cotton. Good recovery there by DeBilzan. Kicking in the corner, Hereford to Peyton Humphreys. Ball on the floor picked up by Pankins. Clearing it out of there is Abram. Abram numbers are back for Dunbar. Abram to the basket, left hand, lays it in.
Good move going left. That's 2 turnovers to start the second half for Dunbar.
And that's a bucket and 2 free throws by Abram to start the second half. 28-24, Lafayette by 4. Led by as many as 8 in the first half. 6:58 here in the third, and that's Anijah Cotton, a sophomore. It's good young players at Dunbar. Fullwood goes now to Hereford. Hereford, a junior. Ball pulled away there. Possession arrow is going to give it to Lafayette. And, well, you usually don't see Autumn Hereford sloppy with that ball like that.
No, and Lafayette's adjusted their zone a little bit, and they're shading Hereford and Cecil a little more, and it's giving Dunbar some problems here early.
6:42. DeBilzan clears it over to Abram. Abram pounds it down there on Shea Cecil. And Lafayette's going to be very patient here with a 4-point lead, 28-24. Abram angles right side. Fullwood picks her up now. Abram goes baseline and tries to reverse it underneath the basket. Couldn't get it to go. Rebounded by Cotton. Cotton clears it out on the dribble. Down the middle of the floor. Throws it up off balance. Helter-skelter won't go, and picked up by Bennett. Bennett clears it out to Lindy DeBilzan. DeBilzan to the basket, and whistle foul called. And Lafayette looks much more composed here to start this third quarter.
They really do, and they're a little more aggressive on the defensive end, and it's a couple of easy transition layups and fouls that they've gotten. So Dunbar's got to do a better job of taking better shots, because those bad shots are going to lead to those layups on the other end.
Freshman Lindy DeBilzan, she has 5 points, missed the free throw. Looking at the free throw shooting, Lafayette prior to that miss was 6 for 6 at the line. Dunbar is 3 for 3 at the line.
Both these teams shoot free throws very well.
Second one knocked down by DeBilzan, and it is 29-24. It was tied 24 at half, and 5 unanswered here by Lafayette. Of course, Abram got it started with the 2 free throws on the drive and in the lay-in.
Dunbar really needs to get a good look here and get a
they've
bucket.
got a sink offensively. I don't know what's going on with this. It looks a little helter-skelter to me. Give it over now. Right side, Hereford spinning. She's cut off. Bad pass. Picks it back up, though. Goes in the corner. Cecil lines up a deep three. Back of the rim, no. And rebounded by Bennett. Caroline Bennett, the sophomore, pushing it. Hands it now to Terry Abram. To Bennett. Dump down low to Pankins. Left hand high off glass. Good. Lafayette just taking control right now. 31-24. They lead by 7.
All their shots right at the rim. Dunbar's got to get something going here offensively.
Hereford over to Shea Cecil. Baseline. Cut off. And on her defensively is Abram. Cecil in trouble. Kicks it to Fullwood. Now to Cotton. Cotton from 15. High arcer. Off the rim, no. And ripped off of there. Big time rebound by Conwell.
Dunbar did a better job getting back in transition that time, not giving up the layup.
4:44 in the third, 31-24. Lafayette by 7. Their biggest lead's been 8. Lob down to Pankins. Low, a little bit underneath the basket. Throws it up anyway. Rolls out, but she's found it. That gone, it would have counted. I don't even know how she got that shot off that far.
She was behind the rim almost, behind the backboard, and still, she's so strong. She just leaned back and got it up and drew the contact. And she's shooting about 85% from the foul line, so you can probably go ahead and put these on the board. You can't foul her and put it at the line. That makes her very tough to guard.
She averages 21 points and 9+ rebounds.
And I jinxed her.
One of the top players in the state. Is there any doubt that next year as a senior she'll be a legitimate Miss Basketball candidate?
Oh, I think so. She means so much to this team, and defensively, offensively, it'd be hard not to put her in that category.
Missed them both.
I don't think I've ever seen her miss 2 free throws in a row.
Across the line is Cotton. Cotton trying to go down, knocked away. Good defense by Conwell of Lafayette. Good hands. Lead it out to Abram. Swing it over the right side to DeBilson. She goes to the basket. Kicks it way out top now to goes to Bennett. Down low, and here's DeBilson. Jumper good.
Dunbar's going to take a timeout.
They need a timeout. Nick Runyon knows that. They call it with 4:09 to go in the third, and it's 9 unanswered by Lafayette to start this third quarter. They lead 33-24 here over Paul Dunbar. Of course, the thing about it, Coach, is both teams head to the 11th region next week, but you want to go as a district winner because you play a runner-up from the other districts. If you lose, you play a district winner.
Yeah, and it's a big deal. I hear people say all the time, well, let's just get to the regional tournament. Now, this is big because you want to draw into that loser from the other district if you can, especially in the 11th region because it's so tough. And I think right now what's happened to Dunbar is Lafayette's adjusted their zone, and it's really thrown Dunbar, as you said, out of sync. And if they don't get it adjusted pretty quick and find some offense, it could get away from them because Lafayette is a great front runner because they don't miss free throws. They can get out in transition, and they've got your run stopper with Pankins who can get to the block and really, score like she did earlier and then draw the foul.
Coach True, I know Joey Thacker won the 11th Region Coach of the Year, voted on by the coaches, well-deserved. But I would say that a lot of votes could have gone Allie Denton's way, too. 23 wins this year after losing Ashanti Thomas and Dee Givens, both D1 players, to college basketball. Sure. And I understand both of them are doing quite well, particularly Dee Givens at Western.
Yeah, they're both doing well at that level. And some of us are really glad. I want to come over and make sure they actually graduate. I feel like they've been here for
exactly.
forever. But they're doing really well. And
did you attend the graduations, by the way?
No, I didn't, but I should have. And she's done a great job with this group this year.
Just to make sure they got the diplomas. And to the basket won't go there for Cecil. Nice move by Shea, and she couldn't finish it at the rim. Long pass down low, and turning and scoring is Conwell.
And there's Pankins' presence again because Dunbar didn't rotate back. They rotated up to Pankins and left somebody wide open for a layup, but you have to know where she is.
And good pass down to Simpson. She turns and tries to score. She draws the foul, couldn't get the basket to go. How about this? It was 24-24 at halftime. Lafayette has scored 11 here in the quarter. Nothing for Dunbar, 11-0 run. They got all of a sudden their biggest lead of 35-24.
Yeah, and they've really need these free throws. They need to see the ball go in the basket and settle down a little bit. They've got the capability to get some points quickly with Cecil and Hereford from the three-point line, but Lafayette's zone's making that awfully tough on them right now.
Simpson knocked down the free throw. Ella, a junior, pretty much everything back for this Dunbar team next year. They're all pretty much sophomores and juniors. Cecil is a sophomore, and Hereford's a junior. To the basket, Pankins, and she missed the layup. Got to the rim, couldn't finish. 35-25. Here comes Hereford trying to pick up the pace a little bit. Autumn Hereford, strong move to the back. Missed the layup and pulled down rebound. Boy, nice move by Hereford. You usually don't see her miss that wide open of a layup.
Well, I can tell you, she sure did miss them on Tuesday night when she did that. Yeah, she usually finishes that. And, again, I think Dunbar's a little rattled right now. It's a big run by Lafayette, and they're trying to get something. Again, they need to see the ball go in the basket, get some of that confidence back.
Gary Ball, Scott True, the head basketball coach for the Lexington Catholic Lady Knights. Enjoyed covering your games this year, Coach.
We really appreciate you guys coming out. Nice move down the lane again by Lafayette.
Terry Abram finished it. Boy, nice little runner there, as you said. Put a little arc on that shot, 37-25. And, of course, we have all the 11th region. Autumn Hereford, three, got it.
She loves that corner three, and they get her open there an awful lot.
And she's got a dozen now, does Miss Hereford. And a steal by Dunbar. They give it out. Here's a Cecil, rattles it in. Here come the Lady Bulldogs, 37-30. Just when you think Lafayette's going to pull away, they knock down a three, get a steal, knock down a jumper. 5 unanswered there, 37-30. Lafayette had a 11-point lead. Now it's just 7. 2:30 in the third. And here's another steal coming out of there with it. And to the basket, off glass, rolls out of there. Boy, I tell you, great steal there by Simpson.
Yep.
But she couldn't finish at the rim. And Pankins is going to dribble it out of bounds, and Coach Runyon says that's our ball, and the official right there in front of him agrees.
Coach Denton really wanted a foul there. Pankins comes down. It looked like she got bumped a little bit.
Yeah, there was some contact.
Yeah,
there was some contact. There, like you said, Coach, a little bit of bump there, a little bump.
I think if I was Coach Denton, I'd share her opinion if that were one of mine over there.
2:15 to go, 37-30. Here come the Lady Bulldogs, a little bitty mini run here of their own. Nice jumper by Hereford, then the steal, and here's Cecil writes, that's an air ball. She didn't really set her feet on that one, Coach.
She didn't, and she had Pankins running out to her, so that makes a difference too.
And a reaching foul called, kind of an excuse me foul. Coming up, it'll be the Lafayette Dunbar boys for the 43rd District Championship. Donnie Atkins is going to join me for the call of that one. The Fayette County Public Schools Athletic Director. 2 minutes to go, and a good friend of mine, he and I have done some state champions over the years, state championships and games on WKYT. Minute 55. PrepSpin, of course, will be there for all the 11th region, boys and girls, beginning Monday night at 6:30. All the girls' games, all the boys' games exclusively on PrepSpin. Minute 42 here in the third, 37-30. And, Coach, what has Dunbar done to get back in this? But they need a good defensive stand here.
Well, a couple turnovers helps them, and now they've gone man, and this is where they did a nice job there. But, again, you got to get that offensive board.
Pankins missed his shot, goes to the basket. Strong throws it in.
She's so hard to guard man-to-man.
She's got a dozen now, Kiara Pankins. With her next rebound, she'll have a double-double. Here's Cecil, long three, in and out. Rebound to Doda, and she lost it off her. Ella Simpson had it, and she lost it off her foot out of bounds. But I do like the hustle of number 12, Ella Simpson.
She plays really hard. Dunbar's choosing to get a little more aggressive now and try to come up and go man-to-man and trap a little bit. Lafayette will attack that, I'm sure.
Terry Abram attacking it to the basket, front of the iron. No, rebound by Cotton. Cotton leads it out now to Autumn Hereford with a dozen. Long pass Simpson, and she is fouled, no call. I thought she was hacked pretty good there by the – I don't think Pankins got her, but I do think that DeBilson got her.
As you said earlier, a lot of contact there.
So Shea Cecil set to put it in play, goes to Cotton. Out top, and Peyton Humphries, Hereford swings around. Cecil lines up the three, bullseye. I tell you what, you let her get her feet set, and it's pretty much automatic, Coach. She said 4 3-pointers Shea Cecil has on 4 of 10. Here's a steal by Cecil. Down the other way, hanging. There's some contact. They're going to get the call there. Cecil will shoot a couple. She can cut this down to a 4-point ball game. She makes these free throws.
Really can. And Dunbar's just a patient press is really giving Lafayette problems. And Lafayette's turnovers are allowing Dunbar to stay in the game.
Looking at the rebounding now, a +10 rebounding edge for Lafayette. I mean, you're up 6. Only 5 now, but, you know, if I'm Dunbar, I'm looking at that stat saying, yeah, they've out-rebounded us by 10, but we make this free throw right in this game.
Right there. And you have to think that, you know, Lafayette being the heavy favorite, if it stays close, maybe they get a little tight in the fourth quarter and gives Dunbar an opportunity to make something happen.
Cecil looking for her 17th point. She makes it. 17 for Shea Cecil, the sophomore. She's averaging nearly 20.
Yeah, she's really good and almost got another steal.
39-35, and that's Terry Abram working it across. Comes over to Lindy DeBilzian. Bilzan pounds it down, switches hands, needs help now, lobs it back to Pankins. Pankins works into the basket, strong, lost control of it, drew the foul. That's where whenever Kiara Pankins wants to go to the basket and draw a foul, it pretty much is a 100%.
Yeah, she's so big and strong, and she's quicker than you think, and she gets that step and gets that ball going downhill, so to speak, and she's very tough to stop.
12 points for Hereford. They've got 18 for Cecil and 12 for Pankins. Make that 13 for Kiara. She's been playing since what, 8th grade here at Lafayette?
Yes, sir. She's been here since 8th grade.
So she's got how many points already? She's got to be, what, 1,500?
I would say she's around. We were talking about that earlier. I'd say she's around the 1,500 mark, maybe a little bit more than that.
Yep. 22.6 seconds. She got both free throws. She has 14 points and 9 rebounds as Kiara Pankins. 41-35. Lafayette by 6, 17 ticks to go here in the third quarter. Putting it down is Fullwood. Cheyenne Fullwood goes over to Cotton. Right side for free throw line. She throws it up off balance. Won't go. Gets her own miss. Puts it up. No. Battling for it. And nice job there by Ella Simpson to draw the foul on Pankins. Let's see how many Pankins has been whistled. Well, that's only her first foul, so she's in no kind of foul trouble whatsoever.
Really good hustle again by Dunbar. Picking up the offensive board, giving themselves another opportunity. It's big free throws. You go down 4, and it's Dunbar possession when we start the fourth quarter.
Free throw rolls in there. Really looking at foul. Only one in foul trouble is Bennett. She has 3 for Lafayette, and Cecil has 3 for Dunbar. Second free throw, too strong there, but rebounded. They hand it back to Cecil. She throws it up. It rolls out of there. Cotton battling. That's going to do it. We'll head to the final quarter with Coach Scott True. Gary Ball 41-36. Lafayette by 5. Remember, they jumped down with that 11 unanswered in that quarter. William Warfield to Kinga Stream from PrepSpin. And we'll come back with the fourth quarter. Lafayette and Dunbar boys game coming up at 8 o'clock here on PrepSpin, the leader in high school sports. 41-36. And we'll keep it right here. Thanks to all of our sponsors tonight. White, Greer, and Maggard. Raising Cane's Chicken, Whitaker Bank, UK Sports Medicine, Orthopedic Surgery, Central Bank, Bob Roberts Insurance. They insure half the great state of Kentucky. The Scholastic Ball Report Saturday at noon on the CW. Tomorrow at noon, the Madison Central Indians, Alan Feldhouse, 11th Region Coach of the Year. With his ball club, all 5 seniors are on the show. We've got scholar athletes from Motto, Blake Benson, a tennis star. His brother Gus plays at the University of Kentucky now. And Blake, a great tennis player in his own right. And we have a feature tomorrow at noon on the Ball Report on that great game between Hazard and Perry County Central, Coach. It went into 4 overtimes.
Yeah, those are tough. You don't yet see either team lose.
I know.
When you get past, especially past that first overtime.
So we got 8 minutes left in this one, Coach. What do you expect? What can Dunbar do to possibly – I mean, they did a great job getting back in the game after Lafayette looked like they were going to run away with it there in that third.
They did, and again, I think the first couple possessions are critical. If Dunbar can score and get back in that press and cause those turnovers, they're going to be okay. But if they take a bad shot, Lafayette is really hurting them in transition. Most of those points for Lafayette were right at the rim, and Dunbar can't allow that this quarter.
Dunbar will start with the leather, and that's Autumn Hereford. She bounces over to Cecil. Cecil in trouble. And the ball knocked away and knocked out by Lafayette. They're going to give it back to Dunbar. By the way, they did close that plus 10 rebounding edge with 3 rebounds there late. It's 30-23 rebounding edge for Lafayette right now, only plus 7. I look at the rebound. I think that's a huge stat in any game as a rebound.
Sure.
Here's Cotton, left elbow. Bounces out to Cecil. Launches a long 3. Off the iron, no. Good box out and rebound down low for Lafayette's Caroline Bennett.
She got a good look at it. It's what they wanted.
Across the line is Terry Abram. Right side to Bilzan, baseline, and put it up and in.
Again, right at the rim with the layup. Dunbar's got to make them shoot some perimeter shots to keep them out of the paint.
The Bilzan now with double figures, almost a steal. Hereford goes to Cecil. She goes baseline, cut off. Back to Autumn Hereford. She gives it now, and here's Peyton Humphries. Free throw line jumper, no. Tapped around. Good job there by Peyton Humphries. Stops, no good. Rebounded by Pankins, and I believe with that rebound now, Pankins has, yes, a double-double. 14 points, 10 rebounds. Left-hand shot won't go. Tapped around, coming out with it. Shea Cecil. Getting back is Bennett. Cecil takes it at her, throws it up, no, and we're going to have a jump ball called, and possession arrow will give it to Lafayette. They lead 43-36. 6:58 to go here in the district championship for the girls, Lafayette and Dunbar. And Coach, I think from your ball club, I would say that the young lady that joined us in the first half, Carolyn Osborne, would have a really good chance to make the 43rd District All-Tournament team.
I think so, yes, sir. She had a great game the other night, played really well for us.
Timeout by Allie Denton, 6:56 to play. It is Lexington Lafayette 43, Lexington Paul Dunbar 36. Coming up at 8 o'clock, Lafayette Dunbar boys battle, and Lafayette, of course, was able to pull that one out the other night against Lexington Catholic. Great ball game, and Dunbar looked very impressive in their win over LCA.
They did. They're so athletic, and you watch them play all year long, and the thing is, you hear, well, they drive and they get to the rim really well. Then the other night they hit 7 threes, I think, in the first quarter. And if they're shooting like that, with as quick as they are off the bounce, they're going to be tough for anybody to beat. And that should be a great game tonight between those two teams.
We got a nice crowd in here for this 43rd District Girls Championship.
I really do. It's a really good crowd, and the girls are, for the girls that means an awful lot. It means more than people think when you get that kind of crowd and that kind of atmosphere. It really fuels their energy for the game.
Coach, I know you're probably already thinking about next year, aren't you?
Well, I have to admit, I started that process today. So
the coach's job is never is over, is it? You just got to always be working.
You got to stay on top of it, that's for sure.
Abram gets it from Bennett. Let's see what Lafayette does here. They're up by 7, 6:42 to play. Winner gets the 43rd District crown. Both teams move on to the 11th Region Girls Tournament next week at Eastern Kentucky University. Ball on the floor. Great hustle there by Dunbar. On the floor, though, was Peyton Humphreys. She tried to throw it to her teammate Autumn Hereford, but threw it out of bounds. Great hustle, though, there by Dunbar.
Again, good pressure. What Dunbar's doing, they're playing man, but they're dropping somebody off to help with Pankins on the block and try to keep the ball away from her and make somebody else beat them from the outside. There she got it.
Pankins to the basket, throws it up, and draws the foul on Cotton. So let's look at Pankins' game tonight. 14 points, 10 rebounds on 4 of 12 shooting, 6 of 8 at the line for Kara Pankins. But the game's high score is Shay Cecil for Dunbar. She has 18.
Pankins is just so hard to guard, and people forget she can shoot the three also. She's got a really good three-point shot. So right now with the man-to-man, she's posting up on the inside and getting fouled and getting to the foul line.
Missed a couple of free throws earlier, which was uncharacteristic for her, but she did get the kind roll on that one. You can tell she shot on these rims a number of times. Got them both. Lead is 9 now, 45-36, 6:20 to go in the contest. Gary Ball, Coach Scott True, William Warfield here on PrepSpin in high definition. Boys game coming up at 8 o'clock between Lafayette and Dunbar boys. Cecil, right side. Good defense there by Lafayette. Conwell, ball thrown away and picked up there by Bennett.
The change in defense at halftime has really frustrated Dunbar. They're trapping Cecil when she gets in the corner and tries to drive, and it's really limited Dunbar's ability to score the second half.
Pankins about a 10-footer, banks it home. She went glass, didn't she?
She did, and that's 2 times in a row. Dunbar's tried to steal that pass, and if you miss it, she's going to turn and score, and they've missed it both times.
It's 18 for Pankins now to go with those 10 rebounds. She's got her double-double, which is what she averages pretty much on the season. Shot won't go. Hereford with a nice offensive clear and goes up with a strong, draws a foul. So Autumn Hereford in the ball game with a dozen points. She has 3 rebounds, 3 assists.
She does a really good job of driving with that little floater, and then if she does miss it, if you don't get a body on her, she'll go get it.
Missed the free throw. 5:26 in this ball game, 47-36. That 11-point lead equals the largest, does it not?
It does.
Missed both free throws. Tapped around. Oh, Cecil's got it. She stops and throws it up and in on the right side. That's 20 for Shay Cecil.
Great hustle. Teammate really got after the rebound. Timpson tips it back to her and she gets the lay-in.
47-38. Abram bounces to Ben on the left side free throw line extended. Comes out top to Asia Conwell. They go over now to DeBill's hand. She goes baseline cut off there by Hereford. Good defense by Autumn Hereford there to make sure she didn't get that baseline. Never give up that baseline.
No, don't want to do that.
Abram pounds it down with 4:52 to play. 40 now takes it strong to the basket and off glass, rolls out. There's Pankins knocking it out, and the official right there is going to give it back to Lafayette. I thought Pankins might have got a hand on that one.
She's so strong going to glass. She got over there, and Dunbar couldn't control it because she's coming in behind.
Conwell looking down low. Pass to Abram, off glass. No, there's Cotton tapping it to herself. Nice rebound by Cotton. Here comes Cecil. Cecil down the lane, kicks it over to Hereford, backs up for a three-pointer, and it rolls in there. Big three for Hereford, who's got 15 now. Good job by Cecil to steer over there wide open, and that three-pointer you look up, 4:25 to play, is 47-41.
Yeah, Cecil did a great job of drawing the defense. She penetrated, draw, and kicked it out, and Hereford got a nice roll on the three, and they're right there again. Again, they can set their press, try to create a turnover. If they can just limit Pankins like they did the last possession on the other end, that's going to help them out an awful lot with getting some transition buckets of their own.
Coming up at 8 o'clock in about 50 minutes. It'll be at 8 o'clock. It'll be Lafayette Dunbar. How do you see that boys game? Of course, Lafayette with Ross Jenkins, one of the best big men in the state. Harrison Lane can knock down threes. Downey's a threat. Of course, Carpenter can come off that bench. And then, of course, you look at Dunbar, as you said, so talented with Tavion Hollingsworth, Darius Williams, a Mr. Basketball finalist, and, of course, who can forget Jordan Lewis?
Yeah, that's going to be a great game. I really think it'll probably come down to if Dunbar can hit perimeter jumpers again and penetrate like normally, like I said, they're going to be awfully tough to beat for anybody.
Well, that roll was really kind. Here's a steal by Cecil by Hereford. Cecil's got a bust out, drives out, missed the layup. Great defense there by DeBilzan.
Oh, that's big.
Pankins to the basket, throws it up and in. She's fouled. She will get the soup and the sandwich.
That's a 5-point swing because you don't get the layup on one end and you give up the layup and the free throw on the other.
I'll tell you what. Lindy DeBilzan for Lafayette got back and really wreaked havoc there on Cecil because she's 5'10", and Cecil's all about 5'4", and she couldn't get a good, clean look at it. Free throw miss, rebounded by Cotton, 49-41. Cotton streaking down court, being chased. Stops left side, throws it up, and then they're going to call a jump ball, and that gets Coach Denton leaping up off her bench.
Yeah, she didn't like that call. Cotton kind of stopped before the whistle blew, and that's something you just can't do.
Allie leaped up off that bench. That's a high. That's like vertical by Jordan. Well, not quite Jordan, but Hereford. Cecil back over to Hereford, going baseline, double team, good pass, shot short, rebounded by Cotton, throws it up, and a foul's going to be called. I think Pankins puts her hands over her head, said, "What?" It is only that'll be the third foul, I believe, on Pankins. Equal Bennett with 3.
With 3:50 to go, she's in pretty good shape, only having 3, but you got to be careful now. You don't get a careless one in the next minute or so.
Cotton will shoot 2, and the first one rolls off. They've missed some big free throws here in this second half, speaking of Dunbar.
They have. They've uncharacteristic misses, too, for them. They usually shoot it pretty well.
Yeah, they were 7 of 11 prior to that, so they're 7 of 12 now. And she missed them both. 2 big misses there.
That's 4 points they've left now with the layup that Cecil got blocked, and then those 2 free throws, and that's huge in a game like this.
Pankins to the basket, high off glass, and gets the kind roll. Pankins. What a ball game for Kiara Pankins, the All-State candidate. She now has, in the ball game, she has a total of 22 points, 11 rebounds.
Well, that's tough because Dunbar really had a chance to cut it to 4, and then now they're down 10.
We'll take a break. 51-41. Lafayette behind Kiara Pankins. They lead Dunbar here at the girls' 43rd District on PrepSpin.
Hi, I'm Lee, and I'm happy with my smile. And I'm other Lee, and I ain't happy with my smile. I went to White, Greer, and Maggard, and they fixed my smile for me. And I never smile, and that's why I'm having some alone time here at dinner. I love that I can go to White, Greer, and Maggard with all my questions. And I love that I don't have to brush my teeth at night. Don't be like this, me. Go to White, Greer, and Maggard for a picture-perfect smile.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
Back at the Jackson Carlisle Gymnasium, home of Lexington Lafayette, with the 43rd District. Been very good host this week at the 43rd District. Gary Ball, Coach Scott True from Lexington Catholic Lady Knights. It's the 43rd District Girls Championship, and Dunbar made it interesting, Coach, but now all of a sudden Lafayette's got a 10-point lead, 51-41 with 3:27 to play.
Dunbar desperately needs a bucket here.
Down low, they're trying to go to Hereford, and she's going to be fouled. Pick your poison there. Let's see if they call that on Pankins.
They did. And that's 4 on Pankins. Oh, it's her third. I thought it was her fourth.
Well, they called it on, yeah, they did call it on Pankins. I thought it was their fourth as well. Hereford.
Reset, and again, they can set their press and try to turn Lafayette over.
Hereford got them both. Hereford now with 17 points. Cecil leads them with 20. Pankins leads everybody with 22 and 11 rebounds. 51-43. Lafayette by 8. As I like to say, Coach, they have lead in leather. Pankins, left hand, no. Rebounded by Cotton. Let's see Cotton. How many rebounds from Miss Cotton in this game? Coach, she's got 14 rebounds.
She's played really well. She plays a really good job from a really big guard spot for her.
Cotton's got it way out front with those 14 rebounds. Cecil to the basket. Runner, got it.
That's a tough shot.
That's 22 for Shea Cecil to equal Pankins. 51-45. You would think if they could get it down to 4 or 5 points with just under 2 minutes, they'd have a shot.
And again, the pressure reverts to Lafayette at that point.
Pankins to the basket, lays it up and in, wide open lane. 24 for Kiara Pankins.
That's what great players do.
Autumn Hereford. Bounce pass down low. Nice move, blocked by Pankins. Got a piece of that one. Long pass, wide opens Bennett. She's going to lay it up and in. Caroline Bennett. Lead back to 10.
Dunbar did a really poor job that time talking in transition, didn't get anybody back and give up the layup.
Lafayette trying to win that 43rd district championship that they won last year. It's been 27 straight for Coach Denton, I understand, Coach.
Done a really good job, very talented.
Has it blocked, and a great block coming in there by Hereford. Make sure DeBilson can't get the lay-in. Minute 51 to play, 55-45 coming up at 8 o'clock. Lafayette Dunbar boys will play for the 43rd District Championship. Conwell goes out now to her teammate Terry Abram. Abram over to Kiara Pankins. Well, they like to get the ball in Pankins' hands, don't they?
Yeah, it's a good place to be, and there it is again.
She spins, throws it up off balance. It rolls out of there. And battling on the floor, Peyton Humphreys, jump ball called. That possession arrow is going to give it right back to Lafayette.
And again, it's a good take by Pankins, and then Lafayette crashes the board and gives themselves another opportunity.
Crowd starting to fill up in here at Jackson Carlisle Gymnasium. Lafayette Dunbar boys coming up at 8 o'clock. Donnie Atkins is going to join me for the call of that one. Great job, Coach. Thank you for sitting in on this girls' championship tonight.
Appreciate you having me. I'd like to be down on the sidelines, but I love doing this too.
Abram to the basket.
She's been really big in the second half. That's 4 layups for her. Get to the rim, attack the glass, and get them easy shots.
Cecil over to Hereford, back to Cecil. Launches a long 3. Off the iron, no, and nice rebound by Lafayette's Conwell. Pankins, who has, in this ball game, 24 points, 12 rebounds. Under a minute, Lafayette's going to run some clock with a 12-point lead, 57-45. Lafayette looks like they're going to go in and win this girls' 43rd and go to the regional next week. And the girls will play, what, Monday, Tuesday, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Monday, Tuesday will be the first round of the girls' 11th region. The boys will be Wednesday, Thursday. I believe the girls' semifinals Friday night. Boys' semifinals Saturday afternoon. Girls' finals Saturday night.
Yes, sir.
And then the boys' championship will be Tuesday the 8th. Is that correct?
Yeah, I believe that's correct.
I'll be at that draw. Tomorrow morning, the girls' draw is at 10 at Eastern, and the boys is at 11. At the line will be Terry Abram. Like you said, Coach, he's really done a nice job finishing at the rim here in this half.
Well, I don't know how many it is. I don't have the stats in front of me, but I wonder how many of Lafayette's points in the second half have come off layups where they've gotten right to the rim, either in transition or just attacking the glass. And those are high percentage shots, and they've done a great job of getting to the rim in the second half.
Abram knocked them both down at the line. Timeout calls a full timeout. 46 seconds to go. We'll step out here, come back on PrepSpin with Lafayette leading 59-45 over Dunbar.
At Raising Cane's, we believe in one love. But creating one love is no simple task. Everything has to be served hot and fresh, not just hot. We use only 100% premium chicken tenderloins for a 0% chance of leftovers. We insist on the best ingredients for our fries, like potatoes. And, well, we can keep talking quality, or you can just eat it. Raising Cane's, one love.
Visit us today at one of our 6 Lexington area locations.
At Central Bank, we like to call ourselves your friendly neighborhood financial experts because we get to help an entire community of customers achieve their financial dreams. So whether you're opening a checking account or buying your first home, you've got a team of local experts to coach you all the way.
Wow.
See what 70 years of experience can do for your financial future with Central Bank.
How many times are you going to drive off with those things?
Official bank of UK Athletics.
Back with 42 seconds, and Cecil Engels right goes in on Pankins. Cut off. Hands in there. Here's a shot by Humphreys. Rolls off the rim. Stuck back off glass, and it won't go there for Fullwood. And then Hereford has it stripped away there by DeBilzen. DeBilzen gives to Abram. Long pass right side. Conwell stops and lays it in, and she's fouled.
Again, a tough shot by Dunbar, and then the transition bucket for Lafayette. It's really tough to stop. They're so athletic, and they get out and run the lanes well. They've done that so much here in the second half.
They're just pulling away from this thing, Coach. 61-45, Lafayette by 16. Coach Denton has her biggest lead of 16 with 22 seconds to go, and a free throw too strong. But rebounded by Lafayette's Terry Abram, and they'll just probably pound it down here, run this clock out, and Lafayette's going to be your 43rd District Girls Champion over Dunbar. Good effort by Dunbar, though.
Yeah, they played really well, did some good things. Struggled a little bit offensively in the second half, but Lafayette's awfully tough to score against in that matchup zone they run.
So Lafayette is going to go to 24-7. They're going to head to the 11th region next week at Eastern as the 43rd District Champions, 61-45 over Paul Dunbar Lady Bulldogs. Lafayette behind Kiara Pankins, 24 points, 12 rebounds. We'll step out and come back with some post-game numbers and wrap it up. The boys game coming up. There'll be a ceremony here for the all-tournament team and all that here after this one. But we'll return here and come back with post-game here after we. This is PrepSpin with the 43rd District Championship game here tonight. We'll be back.
I'm not happy with my teeth. They're not straight enough.
Let me fix them for you.
No. You are not White, Greer, and Maggard.
I'm sort of like White, Greer, and Maggard. I'm local, love smiles, love to fix things.
No.
Sorta you isn't you. White, Greer, and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you. Welcome back here to wrap it up on this game of the girls, and it goes to the Lafayette Lady General 61-45 over Dunbar. Much closer game though than that final score, I would have to say.
It was. They pulled away late, and Lafayette was getting some runouts. Dunbar was trying to trap and foul, but Dunbar did a nice job keeping it close, turned Lafayette over a little bit, but just too much Kiara Pankins and Abrams in the end. They're both getting to the rim, getting fouled, and they're just awfully tough to stop when they're doing that.
3 players for Allie Denton in double figures. Kiara Pankins led them with 24 points, also led them with 12 rebounds. DeBilzan had 10 points, 12 for Abram, and I thought, like you said, Coach, she was a big difference there when they needed that little run in the second half when she started taking it to the rack and started finishing there too.
Yeah, I think 8 of her 12 came in the second half, and 4 of them early where she got out and attacked the rim. And when she's attacking the rim, and then you've always got to worry, even if she misses, you've got Pankins, who's such a good rebounder, coming in behind her. It's really tough to stop both, and Lafayette used that in the second half. They handled the press a little better, and once they got a little space, they relaxed a little bit too.
9 rebounds for Conwell tonight. She did a nice job on the boards for Lafayette with those 9 rebounds. They out-rebounded Dunbar 43-33 plus 10 rebounding situation. Let's look at the numbers for Dunbar. They were led by who else? Shea Cecil with 22 points. Boy, she's going to be a really nice player next year.
Well, she is. She's tough to handle now.
17 for the junior Hereford. She'll be back next. So 39 of those points here in this tournament district final. 39 of the 45 will be back for Coach Nick Runyon next year in Dunbar.
And if he finds one more score, one more kid to get him 10 to 12 a game consistently, they're going to be very tough to stop next year, because Cecil and Hereford are only going to get better. They work really hard. They play AU. They do those things. And if he gets another one of his guys to step into that role, and she really gets him 10 to 12 a game consistently, they're going to be very tough.
14 rebounds for Cotton. She led everybody tonight on the boards for Dunbar with 14 rebounds she averaged. So those are the numbers from the ball game. Great working with you, Coach Scott True from Lex Gather. We'll look forward to maybe working with you on the 11th Region Tournament next week at EKU, and keep up the great work there at Lexington Catholic and the things you do with all those lady nights.
Well, we appreciate it very much. Thanks for having me tonight, Gary.
Thank you, Coach. Thanks. Scott True, that's the final as Lafayette wins the 43rd, 61-45 over Dunbar. We'll come back with the pregame with Coach Donnie Atkins of Lafayette and Dunbar boys here. You watch this game, the 43rd District, exclusively on PrepSpin. Tell your friends to go watch it online. The boys' game coming up at 8 o'clock in about 22 minutes here. It'll be Lafayette Dunbar here. And we'll return with more pregame on PrepSpin here from Lafayette. It'll be the Lafayette Dunbar boys after this timeout.